The last 7. There's Raynaud from downtown. Well, Elliot Cadeau is an entirely different player than the one we saw when we were here. And there's that left hand.
Really just consistently a high effort.
Got his own rebound.
And this is the
state to the NCAA tournament. There's Raynaud, and he's fouled. He'll go to the line.
They're the 22nd tallest team in the country. So
Texas A&M is quite similar to them in the SEC, yet is averaging 7 players with a bucket already. Ooh, that's a hard screen by Raynaud, and then he has an open look for 3. Not
playing like I did play. So you know, there's more to it. But you know, the guy, he's going to play, and he's
in overtime to Kansas. They've lost to the Florida Gators, lost in overtime to Michigan State. And their only loss in the league came against what's looking to be a potent Louisville Cardinal. It is Lubin. Alley-oop to Raynaud! Oh my goodness! He's 2 for 2 from the line, and he can really shoot.
Again, talk about the combination of production from Lubin and Washington in the middle.
And you have 7 points from Davis, but everybody else really quiet. And Raynaud
ball inbounds.
Raynaud lets it fly, and it's short.
Off the free throw line.
Carolina had a 7-point lead before the Cardinal came storming back. Raynaud short on.
Watch with Jackson as a freshman on that type of role. Let's see if he starts to try to force the issue, Tom. And you know, get used to scoring that much, coming down, pulling up in rhythm.
Davis has 12. And Raynaud tried to tip, tried to get.
But yeah, I mean, ideally, you're a coach, you like 2 to 1 assist turnover.
Oh my, to the rack, the big. Well, the old Carmichael Auditorium, which is still, by the way, standing. And Raynaud goes to the rack. 67. And Raynaud another 3, and this one looking for help. They have both of their big men in the game. Somebody better put it up. It's going to be Raynaud, and he did.
The only way you could do is put Lubin back in the game.
We'll set a screen here for Blakes, and then they kick it back out to Raynaud. Under 10 minutes left, and Stanford with a 3-point lead, and that's another.
It was Stanford that brought him back, not so much the coaching change. He likes Stanford to that inaugural. Imagine the pressure of that game.
Oh man!
The first game here, a driving lane.
Raynaud another 3. Nope, not going to be there by Raynaud.
He set a couple of them.
I can't believe they didn't give him the ball on that penetration. Left hand is short.
Hard on Cadeau, and they've settled for a step-back 3 instead of trying to drive him.
Cadeau watches as Raynaud misses for 5 minutes. Yet still trails by just 4. Raynaud again, and this time he knocked. Shot clock at 7. Raynaud with the ball. He says, get out of the way. Steps back. And no good. That's a tough. Early happy Martin Luther King weekend, each and every one of you. Hope you're enjoying it.
Stepped out of bounds.
Yep. Ever he's been as a head coach in college basketball. Was at Columbia for 7 years. Fantastic job there. San Francisco, where he had 3 straight 20-win seasons. And then led Washington at 12 points, 6 rebounds, had 3 steals in just 25 minutes against Cal. That's X-team 15 in favor of the Tar Heels, their second lead of the game. Raynaud walks. Tar Heel. Today the 157th for Davis. Baycott played until halftime. Stanford with the basketball. They dump it down into Raynaud, their big man, and he pitches it back outside. Picks up his dribble underneath the basket, but then was bailed out, but it's tie 1. Stanford had opened a 5-point lead. They triple team Raynaud, and then a foul on drifted down there.
No double team that far away from the basket, and an elite double team.
Shot clock.
And very athletic guy. You know, you were talking about, I mean, this.
You know, Cooper Flagg gets most of the pub, and rightfully so, as the incredible freshman at Duke. But Ian Jackson
really skilled in the paint area.
Washington kicks it out to Ian Jackson, and that is going to be. And Jackson has not scored. Stanford's done a nice job on that duo. That's a nice feed right there, and the finish by.
They've had some good guys come through there.
And that's off the mark by Davis. Gonna dump it down low. That's a nice move there in the lane by Washington. Making a big deal out of it. But you see 5 assists so far in the game today. Will fade away jumper, and he'll get the jump.
I'm sorry, Jackson.
Yeah.
But, you know, to have him playing well has been a huge bonus. And then,
bounce pass and unable to handle.
They've been changing defenses the last couple of possessions, going some.
Trimble into the lane and not going to go. Raynaud rips away his test. Blakes has an NBA body. He is really put together. And then right back the other. And now Stanford in front by 1. And rejected. Minute and a half has passed here in this second half. Cadeau to the rack, and that will be.
And you know, to talk about scoring at 3 levels.
And that's a beautiful thing. Well, he tried it earlier. He's still 0 for the season.
I think I'm going to live forever. So far, so good.
Yeah, that's right. Davis, a little floater. And Raynaud, number 3, Duke. And North Carolina in a wild one, 96-92. Came away with a win. Great block by Raynaud. Stanford's single season record for double-doubles in a season is here's a beautiful pass. The Tar Heels. Lays it off for Trimble, and they're going inside. Banging down there. That's great defense. Boy.
If he really wanted to be aggressive. With this line.
2 undefeated teams.
Yep.
Ranked number 1 and number 3 in the country. The Smith Center. R.J. Davis takes it himself. Raynaud blocks it, tips it twice, and then got it. He only has 7 points in the second half. And he's just settling as he gives it off to Trimble. We're down to 11, down to 10. Trimble to the basket, and he'll go to the free throw.